Look, I know what you're thinking. Oh, great. Another guy yelling about shadowy global elites. And normally I'd be right there with you rolling my eyes because 99% of that stuff is tinfoil hat fan fiction written by guys who think Wi-Fi causes lizard people. But this time the receipts are on the table, the building has a street address, and they literally have diplomatic immunity. So bear with me for 2 minutes. They want you staring at the circus, the president, the Fed chair, the Treasury Secretary, the latest Senate hearing where everybody yells past each other for C-SPAN clips. They want you to think that's where the money power lives. It's the greatest misdirection since they convinced us low-fat yogurt was health food. The real game isn't being played in Washington or Brussels or Beijing, it's being played in Basel, Switzerland. Inside a shiny circular mirrored tower that looks like the villain lair from a 90s cyber thriller sits the Bank for International Settlements, the BIS. The BIS, the central bank of central banks. And here's the part that should make your eyebrow do that Spock thing. By international treaty, the BIS is basically its own little country. No Swiss police can walk in, no tax, no audit unless they say so. Full diplomatic immunity for the staff. It's like if Switzerland said, hey, we built a financial Vatican, but instead of a pope, we have spreadsheets and zero accountability. And right now, behind those mirrored windows, they're building something called Project mBridge. It's a multinational blockchain platform specifically designed so countries can trade with each other instantly, using central bank digital currencies without touching a single US dollar. No SWIFT, no American banks in the middle skimming fees or saying no. They're not attacking the dollar with guns, they're just quietly building the highway around it. And the craziest part? The Federal Reserve, the ECB, the Bank of England, they're all sitting at the table. They're participants. They're helping build the off-ramp from their own currency. So while we're all screaming at each other about left versus right, red versus blue, the people who actually run the plumbing are sitting in a room in Switzerland going, cool, let's make the dollar optional. Look, I'm not telling you to panic, I'm telling you to pay attention because the people who control your future have never been on a ballot. Their names will never be in a campaign ad. They don't need your vote. They already have the code. So maybe, just maybe, we stop yelling at the puppets and start looking at who's holding the strings. Because once you see Basel, you can't unsee it. Thanks for listening. Stay awake out there. Let's go.